The Comedian, and this is episode 4 of Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now, I just had some issues on episode 3 when the game decided to crash on me, so I just got reminded that I should save more often, which is why during this episode I will show you how to craft the savior schnapps and where you can get the ingredients from. But enough about this. Let's start the game. Yeah, so after last episode I managed to get myself Warhorse Jenda, one of the best horses in the game. I managed to get some nice gear for the horse as well. So now I can store stuff easily. In fact, I will take this and throw it away because I don't need it in my chest. So not only did I get some new gear for the horse, I also made a little bit of extra Groschen. But that will not be enough for my future plans. So I will try to make some extra while grinding some skills, as well as making some savior schnapps. So my nourishment is quite low, which requires eating something. And one of the skills I want to train, and one of the ways to train it is to talk to Miller Peshek, is the lockpicking. And I'll just, let me see, I can improve my speech a little bit, so that's very good. I will also ask him about some work.
Properly done. And who else to... The thing is...
Why not turn to...
Why not? So we'll make...
Consider it done.
Don't... See you later.
Yeah, so now I just started one of the side quests. Take us thieves. Which requires me to steal a ring from the Bathhouse Madam's treasure chest. It's a little bit tricky, but it's not that hard. Still, before that I want to get some training, so I'll just ask him to train me in lockpicking.
I'd like to practice the basics.
Alright.
This is one of the reasons why I wanted to make some Groschen early on in the game, so I can get some paid training, improving my skills a little bit faster than usual. So I'm still far away from what I might want. As you can see, my lockpicking is just level 4. But if I'm right, the chest behind the mill should be available right now, as I haven't been here for a few days. Yeah, so unfortunately it doesn't work anymore, which means I will have to wait until later. Now, if you want, there is a chance to steal that ring during the day, but before that I will need some nettles, as I said, I want to do, well, better said, to brew some savior schnapps, and you need nettle for that. Now I will try to steal that ring right now, although I'm not so confident because there might be people around. Still, sometimes they are busy during the day, so you can just go right in. Just in case, I will save. So the ring is usually on the top floor. No one will bother you as you try to get there. Just need to be careful that no one's inside here, and there is someone.
Is someone...
Still, once they leave the room, you can just get yourself over here. And try to get the ring. Hopefully no one will see you or hear you.
Jesus Christ.
And I was seen, which is not so good. But no one alerted the authorities, so yet.
I see a thief! Guard!
Yeah, so that means it's loading time. As I said, this is one of the reasons you might want to save, because you can't just steal things and expect not to be seen. So I'll try to come back later for that, during the day when people are usually busy during the in the bathhouse and they're not staying inside anymore. Now I'll just show you where you can get belladonna, which is an important part of the Savior Schnapps potion. So this is not the best place to get it, but you can get quite a few plants, and if you have the necessary perks like I have unlocked in the previous episodes at level 13, you can actually make enough potions to last you for a while. So I'll show you on the map. It's just right here, close to the bats, basically between the executioner's house and Ratay. I don't remember exactly how many there are. I know there are only a few. But this is a safe place where you can get them from. So there's no complaining about that. Again, it can be a little bit tricky to get my cursor over it and actually gather it. But with a little bit of patience it can be done. There's also some comfrey around here, so I'll take that one as well, because I'm out of ingredients for the Lazarus potion. And now that I have a horse, I can easily send all the materials to the horse and then just use them when I get to the alchemist bench. Also, by picking up some plants, since I already have the leg day perk from herbalism, I can improve my strength a little bit. As you can see, I managed to get a level up in it. And let's see what exactly I can get. Yeah, so you can go for this one, for Mule, which can allow you to carry 15 pounds more. But to be honest, I plan on starting some fighting soon, so I'll go with Clinch Master, because I already have the horse to carry things for me, so I don't need to really bother about that. Yeah, so don't forget, unless you already leveled up the Hound Master, you should talk to your dog from time to time.
Come on.
So while it doesn't have that many plants, this small hill next to this man's farm, it does have quite a little bit of everything you need, so it's useful to visit it. As you can see, you've got some marigold in here. There's a lot of more comfrey, depending on how much you need for the Lazarus potions. We have a lot of marigold in here and other plants. So let's see how much belladonna. Oh, I managed to get 26 belladonnas. That's not bad. Not the best, but not bad. Let me check one more time if I can get any more. It is kind of tricky to see it when there's so many plants around. Okay, so that's 30. That's basically enough, as once I start using them, I will be getting 3 potions at the same time. Let me check how much comfrey I have. That one's not bad either. I'll just have to get a few more. And usually you can find plenty of comfrey along this river if you need some. There's not as much as you can find at the horse farm in Neuhof, but if you need, let's say, 100 or 200, you can easily get them from here. You don't have to go all that way. So that's 100 comfreys. I will still need some valerian, 50 of them. Now, if you need lots of valerian, you can actually come over here, close to the bats. So you have the bats over there, and here, across the river, you'll have lots of patches of valerian. As you can see, it's all over the place, so you can quickly get yourself a good quantity. Yeah, so I have the 50 Valerians I needed. Now I'll just need a couple more nettles, but those will be easy to get when I get inside Ratay, or even on the way, just like they can be found over here. Now if you want, you can use the fast travel, but there's no point since it's so close. You can use your horse, but as I said before, this early in the game you can actually level up your vitality by running a lot, so you will need it. Later on in the game, when your vitality goes high, when you go close to the highest level 20, you won't even need to care about running anymore. You can either use fast traveling or your horse.
Good people, come up close and have a smell.
And here we are, close to the alchemist's bench. Let me get some more nettles, just in case. But I do think I have enough anyway. I have more than enough. And let's start the alchemy. Now, first, since I haven't done it before, I will have to prepare some savior schnapps by hand. As you can see on the right side, I cannot do the auto brewing, so I will need to get some wine, 2 handfuls of belladonna and 1 nettle. Alright, so we have vinum, which is wine, belladonna and nettles. Next, boil the nettles for 2 turns. Let me see the quantities one more time. So it's 1 nettle and 2 belladonnas. Okay, so the nettle goes in. I'll start the first turn in boiling. Meanwhile, I'll get the belladonnas into the mortar and pestle. There we go, 2 belladonnas. Boil this one more time. So after I grind and drop the belladonna in, I will need to boil one more time. First comes the grinding. Time to drop it inside. Boil it. Take 1 phial. And as soon as the boiling stops, I can get my savior schnapps. Yeah, so now that I've already brewed it, when I get to the book, I can start auto brewing, which is basically doing like 10, maybe even more turns in what it took me to do one time manually. as I said, this doesn't come to you from the start. You will need to work your alchemy skills. You'll see in I think my second episode of the game how much grinding I had to do when it came to alchemy in order to be able to do the auto brewing, and especially to get the routine 2 perk unlocked, which actually allows me to get 3 potions from the same amount of ingredients. So I'm out of ingredients for the Savior Schnapps. Now it's time to do some Lazarus potion. This one I started doing during the last episode, during episode number 3. So if you need any tips on how to make it, you can watch a video in there. So as I said during that time, one of the main reasons why I'm going for this one is because the ingredients can usually be found quite close to Ratay, so I don't have to go somewhere all over the map, and it is one of the most expensive potions in the game. I might not be getting the entire sum, since the traders basically give you like a quarter of what the potion values in your inventory, but even so, it's not that bad. It did allow me to get one of the best horses in the game and full gear for it, even before starting the main quest. Once again, as I said before, you don't have to play it like I am doing it. This is just a way of making sure that I can enjoy the story mode later by grinding the skills in the beginning. And at the same time, it will allow you to shorten the time to finish the game, as basically you will be prepared once you, and instead of having to grind for it at that point and having to wait and get impatient, you're already prepared from the start. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not going to grind all the skills right now because there's no point in doing so. But the ones I consider to be important, I will try to get. So as I said in the beginning of the video, I am planning to do some lockpicking training, but I will have to wait until night time, so I need to find something to do before that. It can easily be done at night time because all you need to do is find some easy doors to unlock. Make sure there are no guards around it, because you will get into trouble. Now if you do have a higher level of speech, then you won't even have to bother about the guards, because they will try to search you and you can just tell them to go away. Still, leveling up the speech skill is quite hard, so it's not something I can do that early in the game, because you need to go all over. So as you can see, I managed to get myself overloaded, but I did get plenty of savior schnapps, which I'm going to send to the horse, and lots of Lazarus potions, which again I'm going to send to the horse. I'll just send all of them. Alright, now time to get my horse, and I'll go to some of my favorite merchants. You can sell your potions and basically to any of the traders, except those who have a completely different trade, like tailor, swordsmith or armorsmith. But the blacksmith will take them, and the huntsman as well.
Jesus
And
Christ be praised.
I prefer to invest in just two of them, or a few of them, because this way their wealth will increase over time and my reputation with them will grow, so they will give me better prices. So 1 second, I just need to get the potions. Now I've already read one of the books that I bought, so I can sell that one as well. And as you can see, I can get like nearly 43 Groschen for each of the potions, making some Groschen very fast. Now, one of the things you can do with the Groschen, you can actually buy some treasure maps. I'll buy one of them as well. And I'll leave a tip to the huntsman. Now, one of the things about treasure maps is that you can actually improve your reading while you read them. So there we go, this one is treasure map number 17. I'll just move it to the horse because I don't need it right now. I'll move the valerian as well, the nettles. I'll only keep 30 marigolds in my inventory because I actually need those for the flower power perk. Now in order to move faster, I will send the potions to the horse. And now I can freely run to the blacksmith. Just clean myself a little bit before.
I'll be with you.
Yeah, so unfortunately it seems like this guy is out of wealth, out of Groschen, so I'll have to come another day. And meanwhile I can get myself back to the baths. And I'll do it by fast traveling. As I said, there is a chance that everyone at the bathhouse will be busy working during the day, so they should leave that room alone, which means I have an easier job of robbing them. Because if someone sleeps, like I tried to do it before, my level right now in lockpicking is way too low to properly open a chest. So I'll just end up making too much noise and wake them up. And that doesn't end very well for me. Alright, so I'll save the game. Slowly go up. Now there is one guy over here. If you get inside and disturb him, he should go away. Or maybe not. If you want, you can try to sneak behind him. And you can also just try to come over here, go up the stairs, make sure no one is here. And try to pick the lock. See me. So now it's time to bring the ring to Peshek. And I'm hoping I'll get some experience in lockpicking. Some of the quests do actually give you experience towards the skill you have to use while you do them.
Greeting.
I have that ring for you.
Excellent.
Okay, I can already ask him for some more work.
For you, always. A friend of mine asked me to help.
And you've become an officer of the law.
A likely turn.
Very well.
From the bailiff.
I'll manage somehow.
That I...
And the task is not so easy this time. I need to steal from the bailiff. Now I'm not sure if I'm already allowed inside his place. Because usually I do that after I start the first quest. Which basically means I am working with them. But I guess we'll see in a few minutes. Okay, so the rat house is just around the corner, upstairs. Now I just hope I have enough skill to open a hard lock. I'm just gonna save the game, just in case. So, Mr. Bailiff is over there, he's minding his own business. And his room is over here. Hopefully he won't hear me trying to break in. This is going to be a very difficult lock to open, to be fair. Lucky for me, I already received plenty of lockpicks, and I already saved enough groschen to buy more. And there we go. After some hard attempts, I managed to get it. You'll find the document right here, the land deed. You need to steal it, get away quickly so no one sees you. It doesn't appear to be stolen when it's on you, so you don't need to care about the guards stopping you. Which is why I'm gonna quickly go, yeah, I forgot you cannot travel unless you're out of buildings. So I'll just quickly travel to the Ratay mill. You can just hand the parchment to Miller Peshek. And you can of course ask him for some more work.
I see.
You know what?
Don't tell me that you can.
Ha!
I trust your reward.
You will need to rob the
Where would I find this book?
master
Have I
of
ever let you down?
the
Fear
castle,
not, Hal. This time you'll be getting more than usual.
so that's
You'll
not
find
so
the book
nice
right there in
for you to do. After all, there's nothing else you can do to finish that quest and gain some experience. Now, if you want to do it straight away, you can fast travel over here to the upper gate. But this one will be a little bit tricky to do, because there's usually a guard right outside the room where you need to get the book from. Still, there are some ways to annoy him enough to leave for a couple of seconds, which is more than enough for you to steal the book and escape with it. Yeah, so the book is right inside this building, next to the combat arena. You need to go up these stairs. And this is the guy who will not allow you to go inside. Or maybe he won't see me. And this is the book you need to steal. Yeah, and that was perfect. I even managed to get myself a perk unlocked in stealth. Now I just quickly run away from them before they stop me. Check my skills and let's see what exactly I can unlock. So we've got the takedown already. daring debonair. And one of the perks I like to choose when it comes to stealth is this one, Rainman, which reduces your noise quite a lot when it's raining outside. And at some point it will prove useful, like it is now, when it's raining. So the next step is to go down this hill, back to the mill. There should be a pathway over here, which I can use. Now it's kind of steep over here, so I don't recommend you trying to use shortcuts. You just basically have to go where the pathway leads you. This way you can explore a little bit more, and who knows, maybe you find something useful. Yeah, so at this point it's safe to try and go down. I'll make my horse work a little bit. After all, I did pay a good amount of Groschen for him.
Yeah.
And I am now back at the mill, ready to finish my quest.
I have that
You
book.
can just hand over the book to Miller
Great
Peshek,
work. Here's your well-earned reward. I got a down payment. Take care.
and you've gained both some reputation and a good reward. Now, this is the quest completed. Peshek doesn't have any more side quests for you. Still, you did earn some experience, which is not so bad. And at the same time, you made some Groschen. And of course moved on to completing the quests of the game. I'm still trying to make this work so I can use it for practice, but doesn't seem to allow me. So right now I need to find something to do until night time. Now, one of the ideas I have is to get myself to the castle, travel to Neuhof, and sell all those potions to Zora, the horse trader, as I've already sold lots of things to her and bought some things from her, which means she should have a decent amount of Groschen. Now the reason why I'm coming on the horse, why I'm riding the horse into Ratay, is because last time I tried going to Neuhof by fast travel, and I ended up fighting, or being forced to fight. I just had to flee from some humans. So now that I'm over here, I can use this safely and get myself to Neuhof. Well, as I said earlier in the game, this is where you can find lots of comfrey if you need to make more of Lazarus potions. And let's see if Lady Zora does have a wealth
God be with you.
to buy my potions. Oh yeah, and as you can see, she is quite wealthy. I don't even think I have enough potions to get all that Groschen from her. But I do know where the herbs are, so I can always make more. So that's a decent amount. That's quite good. After all, as I said before, I didn't even start the main quest line. No, I don't need a bow. Yeah, so as you see, I already have nearly 10k of Groschen. Now it's time to ride back to Ratay. I will do it by fast traveling, and it should be close to night time. I'll just have to wait for a couple of hours, I think, and after that I can start training the lockpicking skill. So I'll start doing it from over here. As I said, I will need to wait probably until midnight. Meanwhile, my nourishment has gone down, but there is some food over here. Which saved me from buying any more. Now, I do think I can read this book, I'm not sure, but I will try to do it to pass some time. So, just sit on the bed, go to inventory, other, open the book and try to study it. And unfortunately I don't have the skill level. Basically I will need to improve my reading up to level 5 before I can read that one. I don't know how to do it, but I will probably do it somewhere in the morning. So I can just sleep until midnight now. I can save the game and also get some energy back at the same time. Right, now it's night time. Everyone is gone, nearly everyone is gone. I will need a torch, so I hope I can find the innkeeper,
Jesus,
or at least her.
what am I doing?
So no luck with that.
Jesus
I
Christ.
guess I'll have to find it somewhere else. Oops. The reason why you need a torch is because once you go inside Ratay, if you travel there at night, you need a light source. Otherwise the guards will start questioning you all the time. So let me wait for 1 more hour. Maybe everyone goes to sleep. Yep, and there they go. So you can start training your lockpicking skill with this door. There's one more next to your room. And I managed to get to level 5, which means once morning comes I can go to Peshek and ask him to train me for some money. Now if I remember well, there should be a chest over here. And as you can see, there are some nice goods in here which you can steal. My advice is only get what's valuable, and it's like only one weight. Otherwise it's not really worth it. So I'll just send everything that I stole to my horse, and then in the morning when I go to Peshek I can sell them to him. If you want, you can leave them in your trunk next to your bed, and in a couple of days or something like that they will not be stolen anymore, so you can start wearing them. Or you can just sell them to Peshek and then rebuy them, but it will be at a much higher price. So I'll just try my luck in town. Hopefully they will allow me to move a little bit. But before that I can improve my skills a little bit over here. As you can see, when it comes to a very easy lock, you can just go through it immediately. And that's how it will be with hard locks once you advance to like level 15 in lockpicking. Now I will save the game because sometimes they might be awake, and if they are awake they will call the guards on you, which is not so good. So easy experience, I don't even need to get inside. In fact, if they wake up and get outside, they might even lock it again, so you can reuse it.
Stop for a bit.
As I said, they will stop you if you go without a torch,
Orders of his lordship.
and you can let them search you,
This is... Now you can enter.
as long as you didn't steal anything. was lucky I wasn't stopped for not having a torch. There is another easy door over here. Just need to make sure that no one is awake. And that's more experience for me. Now there will be plenty of guards over here, so you need to be quite careful. But there are more easy doors around, like for example this one upstairs. And I even managed to... No, I didn't manage to.
Don't move a finger.
Yeah, so you can just surrender to them.
What do you think you're doing?
And you might have to pay a fee for doing what you just did. Now, as I said, this will be a lot easier once you start leveling up your speech skill, because when that speech check comes, once they come to arrest you, you can just tell them to buzz off and they will be on their way. Now, there are a few locations you can try to get without being seen, and you will get plenty of experience. And this is one of them. But I still need to level up my lockpicking before coming here. So one of the things I can try, there is a room over here with another hard lockpick, which might be breakable into. Let me just check. Yeah, so as you've seen, even though both of the doors were considered hard, some of them will allow you to break into. I'm not sure exactly how it works. The same goes for very hard. You might be able to unlock some of the very hard chests you find around the world, while you come to the merchants and try to rob them. It will be nearly impossible from the start. So I was trying to get to the rat house, but that lady is up in the night. So I just need to run a little bit around here and find a place where there's no guards with an easy lock. Now once this guy leaves, if he lives, and if this dog doesn't wake up everyone, I will try to open this door. And there we go, more experience. This one's hard, is not worth it. And there's too many dogs over here, which will mean they will wake up the owners. Okay. More experience. There's no guards, so I can go upstairs over here. Now usually if you run from one side to the other of Ratay, the doors that you've already unlocked earlier will be closed again. Sometimes they won't be, but there is a chance, and when that happens you can basically go all around town for the entire night and try opening more doors. There is a guardhouse over here where you can find some items quite valuable. Not sure if I can actually get them. The thing is, and now there isn't one, there might be a guard over here. Now, since there is no guard, probably they've been changing shifts or something, you can actually try to rob them quickly. Ah, there is a guard over here. I just couldn't see him since I don't have a torch. Even so, you can try going up these stairs, and I think these locks will be hard, and you can get some practice on them. Yeah, so I just got a new lock picking level and unlocked the perk. Now we have Lock of the Drunk, making it easier for you to unlock locks when you're drunk. I wouldn't suggest that, but this one is quite good, Death Grip, because the starting position will be closer to the end of the lock, which allows you to open it quickly, or at least faster than usual. There's another hard door over here. And this one was easier. Now I'm just going to test the one from the swordsmith again. You will have to do some running, so basically you're getting some vitality experience as well while trying to improve your lockpicking skills. So it looks like I'm not the only crazy person walking at night. Now let's test this door again. Or maybe not.
You can't just walk around in the dark. You have to have a light. It's the law.
I think this is the first time I've seen someone actually go in there. Ah, he's bothered about the fact that I don't have a torch. Okay, mate, I'm leaving. Don't worry. I have plenty of nourishment, so that's okay. Now, let's try and go back.
You must be up to no good sneaking around in the dark. Light a torch before the catchpoles see you.
Yeah, so apparently there is a limit. Maybe if I just sneak past him. Go on, go, go, go. And there's another one.
Hey, you. It's forbidden to walk at night here without a light.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, so it's time to go back to sleep, I guess. I'll just run to the mill. And then in the morning I can sell the stolen goods, level up a little bit by getting some training from Peshek, and then be up to no good again. Now this is another easy door, and there's always some chicken over here, so no one will bother trying to, when you try to open it. There we go, more experience. It's nearly morning, so there's no more sleeping. I'll just do some waiting, and that's it. I can train with Peshek a little bit more. So 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock nearly should be enough for Peshek to wake up. Okay. Now let's see how much it will cost.
God be with you.
I hear you're able.
Certainly.
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
All right, but it'll cost.
And it's not so bad, it's only 180 Groschen.
Now.
Now I do have some stolen goods. Or I used to have them. I think the guards just took them from me. Well, I can at least learn some
I'd
pickpocketing.
like to try.
Or God be with you. Welcome, Henry. I'll stand.
There we go. Now, as I've shown you in the previous episodes, as long as that flower thingy is green, you can carry on pressing the button. Otherwise, if it turns red, you should abort it.
Ready to try it out for real. Best practice on drunk.
Thanks, Peshek.
You're welcome.
Now I can also buy some training in pickpocketing from him,
Will you teach me how? I'd like to practice the
since
basics.
the beginner doesn't really need you to have any level.
Now.
And I got myself a new perk. Yeah, so we've got the choice between Comrade and Secret Pockets. And I will choose Secret Pockets because I will be doing some corpses looting later on once I start fighting bandits and humans. Now it's time to go clean myself. After all, I do have some funds right now. And for the first time I will be using the services of the wenches at the butts as well.
Stay out of it.
So
I'm interested
there we go, use
So,
butt
what are
house
you
services, and you go pay for a wench and everything that goes with that, which will clean your
heard you have
clothing
nice girls.
and
That can be
you'll have some
arranged,
fun.
but you'll pay in advance.
And it's only 40 Groschen,
Fine. Here it is.
which is not so much
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
once you start making Groschen.
Plus,
Yeah, so once you have your fun, depending on the wounds you need to heal or how much energy you have, you will spend 1 or more hours over here. Now you can let this lady go away, and you can use your lockpicks on this chest for some training. Now for GTA fans, you don't really need to get your money back. I'm just doing it for the experience. Same thing with this one. Quickly break into it and just leave it like that. I don't need what's in there. Thank you, ladies. Bye bye, ladies. Now, as you can see, next to the health and stamina bar, I have a buff activated, and you can see it over here. It's alpha male. Basically, after your needs have been satisfied, as the game says, you gain some charisma, and as you can see, mine is doing quite well at the moment. I'm already up to 12. Now it's time to see what else I can do, and I think the only choice I have right now is to start the awakening, the quest, the main one, because this will allow me to start training for fights. But before that, I can actually do something very good. There is this guy called Milan. You can talk to him,
Good day to you.
and they are doing some fights for money.
Are you the brawler who takes...
What's it to you?
I'm a Skalitz.
Hang on, I know.
You can try to challenge him. The thing is, he doesn't want to fight you straight away. He makes you beat a few other guys, and only then you're worthy enough to fight him. So this is a very good way to start training your unarmed combat. At the same time, it will train your strength as well, and you will need it. So let's see. There is an activity, a side quest, and it shows you the location of the other men you need to fight with before you're able to fight Milan. So you can also see them at the top in highlighted in green on the compass, so you can just run up to them. Now I just remembered I need to stop by one of the traders and buy myself a torch, because when night comes I need to start training the lockpicking skill some more. So you can just come to this guy, get one of his torches, and then be on your way. Now I'm quite close to one of the people I'm supposed to fight. It's one of the beggars over here, one of the people that used to live in Skalitz. His name is Steven, and you can just come to him and challenge him.
How does life...
And of course, if you want to improve your speech skill a little bit, gain some experience, you can try the other dialogue options.
You're Stephen, right?
May the Lord watch you.
Now the game will teleport you outside Ratay in this makeshift ring. And it won't be so easy to fight in the beginning. But I do have some experience, and he's down. So the objective is cleared, beating him. Jump over the fence and check out where the other guy is. You can fast travel over here. Now the thing about fast traveling over there, he might change position while I do that. Hopefully he won't, because they don't beg in the same place all the time. They must just move during the day. And let's see. No, I think he's still over here. There we go. This is Ringlet.
Good health to you.
Unfortunately, you cannot talk to him about Ratay or what happened to Skalitz, because it won't give you any more experience in speech, but you can ask him to brawl. And of course give him some Groschen, which you're betting on. Again, you've been teleported outside Ratay. You just need to overpower him, smack him a few times, and he's down. Okay, once it says the end of the fight is here and you've won, you can just jump over the ring, find this other guy, Milan, who will now be able to accept your challenge since you defeated the other two. If you want, you can just climb through here. Just make sure not to slip, because if you do fall from there, it will break something. So let's see where Milan is. And he's over here.
Instruments and tools, everything for work and home.
Ask him to fight you. He will accept it now since you've beaten the other two.
And I made a Groschen or two in bets. Farewell.
And now you will fight for double stakes for 4 Groschen, a fortune. Now this guy will be a little bit tougher, so watch out. Because he will actually clinch and fight back. That's why I chose to unlock clinching when it came to strength perks. Yeah, so one of the things you need to watch out when you're training or when you're fighting your enemies is the stamina bar, because if that one drops, then it's not so good for you. And there we go. I've already won against Mr. Milan. You will see here the activity is still on, so you can basically challenge any of them anytime you want. For me, it's not really worth it. You can get some groschen out of it, but the thing is, it's all the time teleporting you outside Ratay, which is not working very well for me. So I did take some damage that can be recovered by either using a potion, or you can sleep or do something else. Now I do think, no, I don't have any more potions, so I'll just carry on like this. Now, as I said before, even though I did want to wait a little bit longer, I will start with this, since now I can actually get the chance to join the Ratay guard. And it will also unlock the combat trainer, which I plan to visit in the future. So this is the Bergstein Castle, this area. You basically need to get here. Now once you get here, these two will stop you, but they are guards that used to work in Ratay at the castle, so they will know you. I think it's the same guards that gave you the cross guard for the sword in the beginning
My soul.
of the
It
game.
is him. What are you doing here, lad?
Yeah, so you can talk to them a little bit,
I must speak with
and then tell them you're going to see Sir Radzik, and they will let you pass. Now, I think Sir Radzik should be over here at the top. You just go inside here, and some cinematics will start.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness.
Now, this is the local lord,
This land of ours is in the shit. Deep
the man running Ratay,
shit. Don't you agree?
Sir
I
Hanush.
might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle.
What are you doing?
And as you show up,
Why have you come here?
I must get your
everyone
sword.
will look down on you.
Please enter my service.
But after a short conversation, you will start another quest, Train Hard, Fight Easy, which takes you to the training ground where Captain Bernard will start to train you. So the training ground is over this side of the castle. You can just fast travel over there. Yeah, so it's basically right outside the main castle from Ratay. And this is where you'll find Captain Bernard.
Captain Bernard's not here. I should stop by during the day.
Yeah, basically, since you came here too fast, you might need to wait for him for an hour or something like that. And there we go, Captain Bernard is here. Now you need to talk to him and be ready to get your face smashed. You can of course ask him a few questions to improve your speech skill.
Thank you.
As I said before, I will be skipping them, so if you want to watch them, you can do it during the gameplay. It's not something really important that he is telling you. Now you can go with either of these options, but you should go with the first one to be a little bit polite.
Let's get to it then. And because you've never held a...
So you can try each of these options, but in order to get more practice, you can just go with the basics. The basics are the same training that you got from Combat Master Vaniek in the beginning when you were in Skalitz.
See what you're made of. Hold it properly. Keep moving. Never stand still when your life depends on it. Right, good. Now, try attacking. You've got to put your back into a good slash. No use waving the sword around like you're swatting flies. Go into the attack with your whole body. Try slashing from various sides to get used to it.
Okay, so you need to do some slashing.
Well done.
As you can see, you need 5 slashes in order to get the objective done.
That tip isn't for decoration. Try stabbing me with it a few times.
Now you go into stabbing. Of course, as you can see on the right top side, the game will give you the tutorial about it, how to perform the move you need to do.
That will do. Slashing, stabbing, and movement are the foundations that you build everything else on. Now, let's try something more complicated. One strike I can simply fend off. You mustn't give your opponent time to react. String your strikes together. As soon as you finish one, begin another. Strike, strike, strike.
Yeah, so like he said, you need to strike, strike, strike.
Very good.
So I'm already improving my strength, which is quite good.
Very good. Nice.
And there we go, objective
Now let's see how
completed.
you do with defense. It's not hard to block a basic strike. Just watch out and move your sword into the path of the blow.
Now he will teach you how to block.
That's it. Very good.
Again, you'll have to do it 5 times. If he starts attacking you, of course.
Wrong. Again. That's
It doesn't always work.
No, not like that. Good.
Okay, so that's 5 out of 5.
Very well then. Let's see what you're made of, lad. Come at me and don't hold back.
And now it's a free fight. You just need to hit him a few times. If you can. course, don't forget to block what he's throwing at you.
An attack unexpectedly. Fine, enough. You're not a complete dead loss.
And he gives you approval.
Master, but you have the basics. Let's try something more advanced. When in combat, keep an eye on the space between you and your opponent. That is your space. Try to attack from the side the opponent will find harder to block in time. If I'm holding the sword raised up, do an uppercut. If my sword is low, lunge. Let's try it. You strike a few times at the side where I'm not holding my sword.
Now, he does give you some really nice tips. The thing is, you might never use them. Because when you actually fight enemies, they won't really give you enough time to do that. Still, if you listen to that and you try to apply at least a little bit from that advice, you will be safe when you start fighting bandits.
My cover, I can simply fend off your blows with my sword and gain control of the space between us. It's better not to control just the space, but actually your opponent's weapon. Attack, and I'll show you.
Okay, so now he shows you something more complicated. How to redirect your opponent's attacks and turn them against him.
As soon as I start to attack, you block. The move knocks the blade aside.
This is one of the skills you want to learn, the perfect block.
Well done.
So basically you'll see a shield in the middle of your cursor, and that's when you should press it. There we go, I have the shield, and I've defended properly.
Concentrate and block just at the moment I start attacking. I'll strike you from above each time so you can see it well.
Again, you see the shield, you start blocking. Still, don't expect when you do real fights to be this easy. You will be able to do it, but they won't be that slow. They will basically try to kill you.
Very good. Very good. Good, good. Now let's try it at full speed. You probably won't succeed, but that's normal at the start. You must train. Let's go.
Okay, so now he does go full speed, which makes it nearly impossible for you to defend. And there's a visitor over here. Sir Hans Capon, or Capon, or whatever you want to call him.
Greetings, Sir Hans. What brings you here? I was on my way when I noticed that your entity
Who is basically the true lord of Satay, but he's not of age to rule yet.
I'm actually here to train at the archery range. My hands grow heavy. You don't mind, do you, Bernard?
Not at all, my lord.
Good day to you, blacksmith boy. Try not to hurt yourself.
Where did we finish? Yeah, leading the opponent where you want it. There's one more way to evade a strike. You simply step aside, attack, and I'll show you.
Yeah, so now he's going to teach you how to dodge blows.
What's going on? All right, try it. It's important not to move too soon. I'll see where you're going and hit you. But the same will happen if you move too late. I'll attack slowly now. As you see me, raise the weapon, jump aside. You'll throw the opponent off a bit, and there's your chance.
Alright, managed to do one. I didn't manage to do the second one. Or the third one.
Like that.
But I did manage to do the fourth one. And this one.
Not bad. Fine. Now try to look quicker. Try and get used to the rhythm. Never take your eyes off your opponent. You see a strike before it's even properly started.
Yeah, so the best thing to try to do this is when you're in the middle of the ring.
Not bad. Not bad.
And that should be enough for him, I hope.
And the last thing for today, a trick. You raise the sword to force your opponent to block, but then change the direction of the attack at the last moment, and the opponent won't even know what hit it. Try it. Draw back the weapon, then change the attack zone and strike, so I don't have time to react.
Alright, so let's try his trick.
No, that's not it! No! Not like that! No, that's not it!
Now I did improve my sword skills. And there you go. Did the trick.
Wrong, damn it!
Did the trick again. Didn't do the trick. Did the trick again.
No, that's not it!
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Not like that! Wrong, damn it! Alright! No! No!
He's quite funny. He will shout at you a lot if you don't do it properly.
Like that! No, again!
And there we go.
Nice. Well now, that wasn't too bad. Maybe we'll make a soldier of you after all. But don't get cocky. You have to train hard and persistently. You might have talent, but talent alone won't do. Practice.
Whenever you've got nothing better to do and you're in the mood for it, you can come and train here with me. I can teach you something more when you're up to it.
Yeah, so as you can see, he can actually train you later.
Don't leave yet. Sir Radzig also wanted me to teach you archery. Come with me.
And now you're going to do some archery. Now, when it comes to archery, the archery range is a little bit far. And he is quite slow as he's walking. So you can just run over there. And as soon as you get to the archery range, he will come there automatically. Again, don't forget to save your game from time to time. Now, when it comes to archery, it is a little bit difficult. You will need to improve your bow skills. So as you can see, until you reach level 5, you are unable to hold the bow properly. So it will be quite difficult until that point. Now, I did manage to get myself a perk, and it is in sword fighting. And you can choose between sword short skills or long sword skills. I usually tend to use a long sword, so I'm going to use the perk for longswords. I'm not actually using it in combat. I don't think maybe a few times I managed to do it in combat, especially since you get multiple opponents at some point. But that doesn't really matter, you can just unlock it and have it there. So there we go, I just got to the archery range. And Bernard will come behind you, Captain Bernard.
Take this bow and another thing.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thing.
And he does give you some vem
Now
braces.
concentrate. A bow ain't exactly the weapon of choice of a knight, but it can come in
to
handy. You've got two bandits coming at you.
protect your hands.
Shoot one in the eye, drop your bow, and draw your sword on the other. Emperor Charles, God rest him, encouraged his subjects to learn archery. He even organized contests in Prague.
Now you should find a way to shoot the target. Unfortunately, these arrows drop quite fast, so you need to go somewhere higher. But it will still be quite hard to actually get the target. As you can see, since the bow level for Henry is quite low, actually it's 0, he will miss a lot and his hands are shaking like he's holding hot water. But even like this, you can still hit that target if you focus on learning which trajectory to use.
Well, that was awful. I didn't imagine a village.
So while you're getting scolded about not being able to properly shoot a bow, Mr. Bossy Capone decides to get into a fight with you, which becomes an archery contest.
Good, then let's get to it.
Now, as much as you might want it, it will be hard to beat him. He is, after all, a good archer, while you have 0 experience. So you can actually cancel your arrow if you want. And if you're not sure you're going to hit the mark, or if your stamina goes too low. So fortunately it appears that Sir Capon is not that good either. Still, he will get some points, I think, for finishing faster than you. But I did manage to get a bullseye, so I'm not sure how much those points will help him. Let's see. No. I need a bullseye, otherwise I'm losing. So, not enough. As I said, it's quite hard to beat him.
Congratulations, Sir Hans. Nicely shot.
Thank you, Bernard. It seems I get to keep.
Sir Hans, is this necessary?
I know what he.
And now it turns into a sword fight. Only this time, unlike the sword fight you had with Captain Bernard, it will be with real swords. So, be prepared. You can actually test what Bernard taught you earlier. Now, if you had a little bit more strength, you could basically push him into clinches. But I'm afraid at this point he is way too strong. Still, you can just parry his strikes and try to get some of yours to hit. Now remember, you do need to watch out for your stamina. Otherwise, you'll just be an easy target. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, next to your stamina and health bar, there's a purple one for your enemy, which means you are getting close to defeat him, or at least it shows you how close you are to doing that. Yeah, so that's one of the clinches, which can be useful, and he's dead, or at least injured.
We're even then. It looks like I suppose I should give you credit for taking on my challenge.
Thank you, sir.
Godspeed, blacksmith. And don't worry, this isn't the last time we'll meet.
Now you did gain some respect from him, but Captain Bernard won't be so happy about what you just did. So, once again, talk to Captain Bernard.
You better hope his lordship hasn't taken it badly.
He shouldn't have challenged me.
Careful. You might be under Sir Radzig's protection. Now go to the Rathouse.
All right, Captain.
And now, this is when you're told to report for duty. Now, if you want to get to the rat house faster, you can get your horse. Try not to kill anyone on the way, or not to get thrown off your horse, because he can do that to you. Park your horse over here, and you are at the rat house, which is right over here. So, you need to go up the stairs. Talk to the bailiff over here.
Good day to you.
And tell him that you want to join his service.
I'm to put myself on...
Ah, so you're the young man Sir Radzig?
Yes.
Very well. Sir Radzig asked me to test you a little, and as it happens, we've a few disputes to settle.
You can count on me.
You're certainly bold. Have you been to see...
Yeah, you can tell him the captain doesn't like you.
Well, that's just one...
Well, anyway, you're going... And you need to stop by the ark.
Yes, bailiff.
And you can be on your way. So, right now, you started keeping the peace. You can pick up some gear from the armory. Let me see, and the timing is perfect because there is a second part of the quest that involves you to be on patrol between 11 and 19 hours. So the armory is over here, the one I wanted to rob during the night, but usually there's a guard inside it. And there we go, this is the armory. Now, I do want to save because after the last episode I learned how important it is. The game does save every time you start or finish a quest, so it's not so bad.
From the bailiff.
Now we can talk to this guy.
I mean equipment.
And he gives you some equipment, but it's not actually something you needed, it's basically something you can quickly sell. The weapon is a bludgeon, so you should just use yours, while the armor, it's something you already had. So I'm just going to sell them to a trader in a few seconds. Now the second part of the quest starts at the church, when you need to join the Nightingale, one of the most experienced guards, which is why on my way to him I will sell the equipment I just got. So if you want, you can just come to the swordsmith and sell him the bludgeon.
Good day to you.
He will only take weapons, he doesn't take anything else, so it's just that what you can sell to him.
Good people, come up.
And you can sell the armor to the armor smith, and some of the pieces you can sell to the tailor. But usually the armor smith should be able to take everything you had anyway. So it's not fortune, but those are some Groschen that you get. Okay, so now it's time to go forward with the quest. The Nightingale should be somewhere around here, and there he is. He's waiting for you over here. You just need to talk to him, and
Here I am.
the other part of the quest starts.
We're supposed to go on patrol together?
I see you're kitted out.
Ready to get going.
I'm Nightingale.
Teresa.
Yeah, you can just confirm who you are and tell him the truth that you want to serve Sir Radzik.
Come with me, Henry. We'll patrol
Now,
the town
once you start talking to the Nightingale and you tell him about Teresa saving your life, we'll unlock another side quest, Courtship, where you can actually go on some dates with Teresa.
This is our church, St. Matthew's.
Okay, so as you can see, now you're going on patrol. You need to walk, which is kind of annoying, because it will take some time.
House of God, but as the crypt of the Lords of Lipa, our masters.
The good thing is he's actually showing you around Rattay.
Our parish priest. A man shouldn't speak ill about servants of the Lord.
So unless you already knew where to go and where the merchants are,
Our rat house. Pretty big, eh?
he will tell you.
The bailiff and his hands live there, and our maestro protonotarius, the scribe. And the jailhouse. You don't want to see the inside, not even as a guard. Naturally, we have an executioner too, but he doesn't live in town. That wouldn't be proper, as I'm sure you know. He lives by Gallows Hill, the other side of the creek. This pillory was brand new in autumn, and 2 people have already been rotting on it. The swordsmith lives here.
So you barely started your patrol and there's already some incident.
If you won't go to the church, go back to York.
So you should talk to the armor smith and see what's happening.
What are you two screeching about? Stop. About time. This filthy beg.
My name is...
No one cares.
Now this will help you sort things out. Basically, you could go with this one, but it's not so good. So in order to get some experience in speech, you can just talk to them and see what happened.
Must. What? Can't you show her? Is that?
Mike?
Did you?
Yes.
From the armorer.
I don't know.
That's...
Yeah, so you can go with this one, with both of you contributing.
We're both good Christians, aren't we?
And what then?
With some alms for beggar Jane.
King Solomon.
God bless you and...
Jesus.
Now that you've solved the problem, the Nightingale will take you further. And he will show you the refugee camp.
Even so, you should be thankful to Sir Hanush. If the town burghers got their way, your folk wouldn't be let anywhere near the town. And now our people aren't too happy with him. Some fools are even calling for Sir Hanush to finally hand the fiefdom over to the young lord, Sir Hans Capon. Sir Hans's father, old Sir Yeshke, may God rest his soul, kept it till he was an old man. Then he retired from it, first to Moravia, then to eternity. Sir Hanush is managing the fiefdom until Sir Hans comes of age. They're related by blood somehow, the same great-great-grandfather or some such.
So, as you can see, the Nightingale is actually telling you the story about the lords of the castle.
We have nothing like that here. This square here, it looks much better during the markets. Then it's filled to bursting with folk from all around.
Yeah, so his tour, especially if you've already played the game, is a little bit boring. But there's not a way you can avoid it. So you can just walk next to him.
We've also got the baker's shop here, and that mad merchant Wolfram Pruder. Pruder has a pretty daughter, but he keeps her on a short rein, which the young bucks are none too happy about. I heard he even keeps the poor lass locked up at home all day. Look here. See that filthy beggar? By Christ, I'll show the bastard.
Now, despite seeming quite angry, the Nightingale is a nice guy, so he will be nice-ish with this guy.
Please, sir. Who do you take me for? Are you stupid or just insolent? Oh, what's the matter?
He is putting on a good show,
There's no begging
but he is letting him go quite easily.
Somewhere else. Who am I bothering here? Me. Us. Everyone. If Sir Hanush saw you here, he'd take a whip to you. All right, I'm going. Damn beggars. You offer them a helping hand, and they want the whole arm. It's not like the rules aren't clear. Beggars belong at the church. There's one alehouse here on the market square.
Yeah, so the tour goes on.
The other's up by the gate. We'll be going there later. Let's move along to the inner bailey.
Now he will take you here inside the inner bailey. He will show you where the blacksmith is, where the huntsman is. which are useful things to know if you didn't know them already.
Here's the forge. The blacksmith has some trouble and he's not working at the moment, but his apprentice is standing in for him tolerably. I hear you're a blacksmith's apprentice too. You lot could help if needed, couldn't you?
Us? What do you mean?
You and your master, or your father, whoever taught you.
Fortunately, he had no idea what happened to your parents.
My father was the master blacksmith. He was killed in Skalitz.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Thank you.
As I said, despite putting on a rough attitude, he's quite a nice guy.
I know a little how you feel. The Rate fiefdom is pretty big. Naturally, it starts here by the town and continues along the Sasau River all the way to Kohelnitz. Then there's Gallows Hill, lots of farmhouses scattered around. Neuhof, Merhoyed. Master Smill is in charge of Sir Hanush's stables. He's by far his best vassal. It's all a bit complicated for a newcomer, I suppose. This lord here, that lord there, this exemption here, that right there. Exemptions from exemptions, rights to half of something, so on. It'd take you a year to make head or tail of it. This tower was only half the size when I was a young lad. Sir Hanush had it extended and made into an armory.
Yeah, so as you can see, he is a decent person when it comes to everyone. His very kind words. He has very kind words towards anyone, including Sir Hanush and everyone else. And from the tone of his voice, you can actually see that he's not pretending.
What's am I to do? The poor wretch whose home was burnt to ashes by Sigismund's hordes.
Now there is another incident over here,
How goes it?
Well enough, Nightingale.
where one of the guards is missing in action.
Where's Moimir anyway? Isn't he supposed to be here with you?
Ah, yes. He hasn't turned up yet.
Oh, I see. Now where might he have got to then?
I don't know.
You don't know, eh?
As you can see, he already knows the habits of
Finds out Moimir's
his
slacking
men,
off, he'll be in serious shit. And being a friend of his, you wouldn't want that, would
and
you?
he does know how to push their
So
buttons.
it's better if I deal with it and we leave the bailiff out of it, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
So where is he?
In the tavern. He was thirsty, so he
went for an ale. We know how that goes. Come on, Henry. Let's go and find that idler, and you'd better talk some sense into him.
And now it's the first time when he actually starts running. He probably intends to save his man from being seen by someone else.
What the fuck are you doing here when you're supposed to be on the gate? Move your carcass and don't guard the gate. Not a word. Get moving. You're lucky it was me found out, not the bailiff, or God forbid, Captain
So,
Bernard.
as I said, he is quite rough around the edges. He will be quite loud when it comes to arguing, but he is a nice guy. So, he does invite you to sit down next to him.
That fool got me all worked up.
And
shouldn't we be on patrol instead of drinking?
now you find out that you actually have a break.
Don't worry, even watchmen are entitled to a break, except the ones on the gate and the tower, of course. But that's enough about that. Let's not let it spoil our day. Listen, sit where we're sitting.
And you actually get the invitation to play a game of dice, and this will be my first one, so I will just play it.
can't wait to see how you throw.
Now you can see the rules here. Basically, the main way to score is by getting 1s or 5s. And then once you get 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind or more, or you can get like a flush or something, it's even better. So you have 4 dice, 6 dice, sorry. And right now the best way to do it is for me to keep this 5. I have 50 points, and I will score and roll again, because there is a chance out of the other 5 for me to get 1 5 or 1 1, something like that, or maybe even more. So I get 2 5s, and I will score and pass, because I'm not so certain that I could score again. And if you do not score it, you will get a bust. Hello, Alavar. Yeah, so as you can see, the Nightingale is quite good at the game. He might actually defeat me before we even start.
That's it. That's all.
Again, I will keep one of the dices and then roll again. I will keep these 3, score and pass, and he will probably defeat me. And he just kind of did it. Unless by some miracle I can turn it around. So there's these and this one, score and pass, and as I said, he will beat me.
They're rolling well this game.
Now, as time passes and night comes, you will have to do some
Just one more thing and we're done for the night.
patrolling
Bringing
at
the end of
night.
the day and closing the taverns.
Isn't it still a bit early?
I don't know how it was in Scarlet.
I see.
And you need to close the taverns.
Before I forget.
So it did give you a torch, in case you didn't have one. You just need to go into your inventory and equip it. And he gives you the task of ringing the bell for curfew, which is right at the rat house. So you can just quickly run over there. It will take you some time to get there, because as you can see, the stamina is getting depleted quite fast. You can stop for a few seconds and it will fill up right away. Yeah, so right here next to these stalls, close to the armor smith, you've got the bell. You can ring it. And now you need to close one of the taverns. The trader's tavern over here, right across from the huntsman. Once again, you'll need to run a little bit to get there if you want to save some time. And as you could see, increase your vitality. There's plenty of guards over there. And now as you come here, some cinematics will trigger. And you meet your arch enemy and future friend Hans Capon,
Which clearly hasn't happened yet.
who doesn't like to be challenged. So again a fight starts. Now you will have to fight unarmed, and hopefully you'll have to fight unharmed.
Teach that insolent pup a lesson.
Yeah, so after quickly beating him, some cinematics triggers and Sir Hanush comes to make some peace.
This peasant insulted me. I had to teach him a lesson.
And after this, the quest will stop. It's completed, keeping the peace. And you start another quest called the Prey. Now when it comes to the Prey, you will need to meet Lord Capon at dawn in the courtyard of the upper castle. Of course, this doesn't mean you have to do it right the next morning, which is something I'm not going to do, because you will be going somewhere away for some hunting, and I haven't prepared my dog for that. Also, I'm not ready to start shooting arrows, because I'm not well trained enough. So at this point you can just get your torch on. Since it's quite late and I still have some energy, I'll just wait until later on and then do some lockpicking training. Okay, now only the guards are in Ratay. They will go away, so you can start doing some lockpicking. My advice is to save the game before. You never know when you might actually get into trouble. So once that guy goes away, check if there's someone in here. Apparently the door is still open. You can try this one. You just need to move your cursor and find out where the opening position is. Then just move away, finding other doors to open. As long as there's no guards around, you can try most of the doors. You don't even have to go inside, you just need to quickly open them and then run away. Now, as I've shown you before, if you get to the armory, there are basically two doors over here that will give you some good experience since they are rated as hard. You just need to make sure that none of the guards are using them or planning to use them in the near future, like this guy was probably doing. And there we go, we have one. And that's some experience. And the second one. More experience. Now once again you can try to see if there's a guard in the armory. I'm still hoping there isn't one, because there are some valuable stuff in here. But this guy doesn't seem to leave. So I just need to come another time and steal them. After all they gave poor Henry was a bludgeon and a common bassinet. That's not something a real guard should have. He deserved at least one more piece of armor. So right now I'm heading over to the swordsmith, because there is a hard door you can easily open after getting some experience, of course, this one. Okay, so that's more experience. Now you will just have to run a bit in order to make the most out of the night time. Otherwise you'll just have to skip over and over again just to make the doors close. So there are still some blocks that are too difficult. As you can see, I can try this one, even though the same as the other one, it's rated as very difficult, very hard. And I should run away. Now there is one more door over here at the rat house. And since I am over here, I will also go inside. There's no one over here to stop me, and I'm not trespassing anyway. I do want to get inside this place though. Well, not inside the chapel. I want to go inside this part. This is where the scribe lives, and he is sick, so you can basically do as many things as you want around here, unlocking and stealing. Now the reason you want to come over here is because he does have some hidden books as well as some Groschen. The thing is, once you get these books, you can actually read each of them. It's not taking you that long of a time. You just have to open them and close them, and it will improve your reading. So there are some books over here in the bookcase. Steal these as well. Now if you want to improve your lockpicking, there are some doors over here. Don't forget to save the game from time to time. After all, you are doing something risky. Now these doors, you can only open them once. So is not that fun. Now this is basically a pantry. You can try to rob things from here, but it's not really worth it. Let me see, I just discovered something. So I did manage to get a level up in strength. So as you can see, you have the tight grip, which is quite useful because the regeneration of your stamina will not slow down when you're fighting. Get this one. And I think I unlocked something in stealth. Yeah, so you have stealth kill, crouching chameleon, unlocked at level 5. I would go with stealth kill because this allows you, once you start fighting bandits, you can sneak behind them and kill them. All you need is to have a dagger in your inventory. You don't even need to equip it. Now let's open another door. Now over here there is a very hard chest, but I've been leveling up, so I should be able to open it. Now this is quite tricky, to be honest. And I'm out of lockpicks, which is not such a good thing. I will go back to the save game. I want to wait until morning. So I'll just open these, level up my skills again. Still coming morning, I will have to make sure that I buy some more lockpicks. Later on in the game you'll just find them on your enemies, so it's going to be easy. So I'll try this one more time. Nope, not today. So at this point I should just go out. You can actually stay over here. And as I said, you can actually read those books. You just need to open them. You don't even need to swipe all over them. And this will increase your reading skill. There we go. I even have a new perk. Now my advice when it comes to perks, as soon as you can unlock them, do it, because it will be useful. So you've got in the flow, when reading you will get tired, less tired. You've got art connoisseur, and this one is actually very useful, being able to persuade guards will be useful when they catch you doing something wrong. Now let's go back to reading. So there are a few books which will give you some good experience. And I think now I can finally read that one, Primer. So, as you see, you can level up quickly in here when it comes to reading. And you can also sell the books afterwards. This one will need to wait until later. It's a book on speech, but you need to be already level 10 both in reading and in speech to be able to read it. And I'm nowhere near that. Oh, very nice, another level and another perk unlocked. So now you've got Avid Reader. And Cushion. So I'm not even sure which one to go with at this point. I'll just go with this one, getting the double reading bonus because you can read things faster. Yeah, so now I just finished these books. I will just move them to the horse. This one I'm keeping because I want to read it later on. And now I can leave the place and do some more lock picking. I will close this door because it should be locked when I come back later. Now the door to the apothecary, the one in the back, should be closed as well. No, it's still open. If you want, you can go inside. He has his money and potions stored in here, whatever you can buy from him. The thing is, they are very, very hard to open, so there's no point in even trying to do it. So I'll just have a look behind the armorer's house. Yeah. More experience. Yeah, so as I said, even though they're rated the same very hard, some of these locks might be easier or harder to break. Some of them will not even allow you to try to break in. So you should get like at least level 15 before you try to go for some of them. Meanwhile, once you're about level 5 or 6, you can already start breaking into hard ones, which will be very helpful with gaining experience. So off to the guardhouse, to the armory. If you want, you can try to pickpocket these guys, but if you don't have a good stitch skill, you shouldn't try it, as they will ask for bribe, they will ask for you to pay a fine, or they might just take you to jail. Again, I'll check if this guy is still here, and he still is. Kind of disappointing. But as long as these doors are free for me to get some experience, I wouldn't mind it that much. Now this one I have no idea why it was open. It was probably open just so I cannot get more experience. But that's not a problem, I'll just find another door to open. Please take the other guy, please take him. Yeah, so I'll just go this way. That one is away. This dog will start barking. But it's an easy lock, so I had plenty of time to break into. Now the morning is getting close, the dawn is getting close, so it's not such a good idea to do it for longer. Alright, so I'll go back to the rat house. Usually, like I said, when you go from one end to the other, the doors on this side will start getting locked. So this is one of the ways you can train your lockpicking skills, going from one side of the other to inside the rattay. You can do it in other settlements as well, but since you start the game in rattay, and as I said, I don't want to advance too much with the story before doing this. So it's already morning, people are already waking up. I'll just try to see if I can get this one more time. And there we go. Now I'll quickly go upstairs. More experience. You can try to open this one, but it is kind of difficult with the guards over here. Unless you can do it very fast, so it's not time for me to try that one yet. On the other hand, you will be able to do this one quietly. Now you can actually exit the process of unlocking it, and the cursor will move, and there are easier positions. As you could see, there was a big difference in unlocking that one. there's no guards over here, so I'll just try this one as well. Now if you want you can go inside, but as far as I remember the tailor doesn't have anything stored inside here, he has it behind, so it's too early in the morning, or better said too late in the night to actually try that. Yeah, so now it's time for me to go back to the mill and sell those stolen goods to the miller. Let me just get my horse to get there faster. You can put up your torch. Start with your shield. Dismount and get the books from the horse. This one I will have to store in my trunk, as I said, in time it changes from stolen to mine. I am in need of some nourishment, so I think there's some food ready over here. I'll wash my face and then wait a little bit for the miller to wake up. Time to sell the stolen goods.
Greeting.
What am I to do with this?
Buying and selling. Not that I'd buy them from you.
So if someone knew...
That's the arrangement.
I've got some goods here.
All right.
Now he doesn't give you that many groschen for them, but it's still enough to buy that treasure map. And this one is a book on pickpocketing, and you even get some money out of it, so that's fine by me. I won't be able to use this one now, so I will store it on the horse. Let's check where this map leads. Yeah, so it is close to Ratay, but it's not something I can do right now, so I'll just store it on the horse. So yeah, as you could see, you can level up the lockpicking, but it does take some time since you have to move around a lot, and you do have the guards all the time checking, so it's a little bit difficult. But once you start getting some of these perks unlocked, it will be a lot easier for you to advance through. Still, that will be in the next episode. This one ends over here. And in the next episode I will be going with some combat training as well as some more lockpicking training during the night. Thank you for watching, and I hope it will help you. Bye bye.